Okay, so now we're going to do a tile test. Yes, this is a special tile. I found these at Home Depot. I was looking for the 6x12 size that I've seen Kathy Lane use in some of her artwork. And this is a 10x14. And it's beautiful. Kathy Lane mounts her tiles to MDF boards with a certain amount of time space allowed on the outside for framing. Pieces are beautiful, and I've been wanting to do larger tile work. It's not exactly what we're doing here today, but these surfaces are good. But this surface is great to work on. I love to work on tiles. Incidentally, they're $2.15 a piece. So it's not that expensive of an item. Tiles you don't have to prep other than wipe down with alcohol. They are limited on how much paint they can take. I've seen Kathy and other artists do second and third layers. And on that second and third layer, she does tape the sides and pulls them off about an hour after starting. I'm just lubricating this. What we're going to do is we're going to do a swipe with all the interferences across black so you can see what they look like. As part of our study of understanding the interference micas. I'm going to warm this clear a little bit. And I know it doesn't look clean, but I don't think anything's going to come off. I'm just going to use my silicone brush. These are used for applying hair color, and they're great for moving a base coat around on any surface with your resin and not have to get your hands in it right away. We're already going to get resin on ourselves no matter what. So this tile does have a slight pattern to it. It's a very, very, very light gray marble. This is the most neutral I could find in them. Let's one more time, I'm going to warm it. Okay, let's get as close up as the camera will allow us so you can see all sections. Never done this test, but I thought it might be fun for us to actually see how it looks. I'm going to apply the black. Now this is stone coat mixed with clear. It's not black. I'm sure you've heard me say this and other artists say it. We use the stone coat for special effects, not to necessarily turn something black per se, like you painted it black. If I want something completely black, I'll paint a black base first with spray paint or acrylic paint first, and then use the stone coat black on top. But I think we'll see if this is enough on here to create this effect. I was tempted to possibly put another color on the other side so it's swiping maybe over Aluminlite white or maybe a dark blue. Oops, I'm getting messy here. on the other side, I'm going to put some of this Aluminlite blue, but I think, see, the Aluminlite can go over the color, and the color is supposed to go over the stone coat. Still trying to figure this out, make sure there's enough on there so we can swipe over it. Okay, I think I will do the black first and then the blue and see what happens. So, experiment number 1. This is Interference Gold. I'm using some Yupo paper just to make it easy so it's all the same size. Okay. I'm wiping my same swipe card off with alcohol and a paper towel so I can use the same swipe piece over and over again and make sure they're all the same size. Okay. Next color is Interference Blue. This is Interference Violet. This next color is the Interference Green. Looks like I'm going to have these next 2 swatches need to be a little bit bigger. I was a little conservative on my space. So this green patch is going to be a little bit larger. And actually I've been pouring a little bit of the color in the white space too, so I want to be consistent here. Make contact with all of it, full contact. Looks like I missed a little bit of it right here. That's okay, a little differentiation isn't going to hurt. I missed a little bit here though. See if I can grab that corner. It's not going to let me. And then here is your Interference Red. Since I have plenty of green, I'm going to try to fix my green here just slightly. It's because I made it bigger. I think my swipe paper is probably not big enough. That's my fault. Miscalculating a little bit here. So let's get this green down in there. And you picked up some of it here. I'm going to leave this well enough alone. Okay, so I'm going to just clean off this edge with a little bit of alcohol. Because, oh no, this, oops, this side actually already has resin on it. Oops. That's going to be interesting. Let me see if I can mop that off. As much of that alcohol as possible. Alcohol does create effects, like patterns and stuff. Here's a little bit more of some plain resin. Quick patch job here. I'll warm up that clear. Okay, for the fun of it, and I've never used this Aluminlite blue, but it's a really pretty blue that is a solid, because of course everything we make, if you're not familiar with our product, everything we make shimmers. So the thing with this is it can also go over the color. I'm going to lay it in the middle here and give our color a chance to go over it and under it. See if I can pull off this miracle that I'm seeing. This is a really, really, really dark blue, and I only put a couple drops and a couple ounces of the resin, which means a little bit goes a very long way. See if I can get something to spread this more evenly. Oops. I don't want something dropping in there. So we're going to kind of spread this blue as evenly as I can. I've never worked with this stuff. It's pretty color. Very pretty color. Okay, so let's see what happens when our iridescents go over and under, because I'm going to put a little bit more of the iridescences right here and iridescences right here, and then swipe to the other side. Because I'm right-handed and I really want to flop this around. I really don't want to move it either. Okay, so here's the red and more red. Here's that green and a little more green. Okay, let's get our Yupo swipe paper, make contact with the red. We're going to swipe that right over the Aluminlite, and then the Aluminlite goes right over the red. Oh, I'm liking the Aluminlite over the red. That's amazing. Whoa. I just found something fun I want to do. I mean, it's okay having it over the red. I mean, having the red over the top of it. I've got to move this and get a close-up. But what's happening here is magical. So I'll know for next time. Okay, so let's take the green. Make full contact with the green, go over the top of the Aluminlite, and then have the Aluminlite go back over the top of the green. Oh, I am really loving. I mean, they say you can put the Aluminlite on top or underneath, but I like the Aluminlite on top. Aluminlite on top. It kind of amplifies this effect. Hopefully I can get a close-up for you guys once I get this moved around. Okay, we're going to add some more of this Interference Violet. Interference Violet. Make full contact with the violet and drag it right over the top of that blue. And then this is the Interference Blue, which you may not think will show up on top of the blue, but you might be surprised. And then for good measure, I know I'm going to put the gold right here to the end. I'll put the gold right here to the end. I'm only warming the tile just so everything will glide. Okay, that's it. Don't get it too hot, especially a tile, because tiles get hot really fast. They're glass after all. Okay, I'm making full contact with the blue and pulling the Interference Blue on top of the Aluminlite Blue and the Aluminlite Blue back on top of that interference. That's really going to be fun. And then we'll do the gold. I'm really liking just, gosh, I don't know if I can get a close-up of that. Those two colors next to one another are really, really, really striking. I need to do a piece just because I've never used this blue. That gold and that blue are so pretty next to one another. I could really see using them for something. Kind of my experiment. And then also to continue explain what interference is. So the interference mica interferes with the white and changes the way you see the color beneath it. Now if I was going to try to make a piece of art out of this, I'm sure I'd be doing something in the center where all that white is, or maybe doing a second layer. This was more of a sacrifice of the tile and the paint for you guys. So you could see what I meant about interferences and color shifting. Let's see if I can get a close-up on this for you. So this is the stone coat lacing over the gold over the black, stone coat. This is the blue. You see that lacing of the blue. This is your interference violet lacing. Just trying to get a real good close-up for you. This is the interference green lacing over the stone coat black. And then this is the interference red, a little more subtle, not quite as pink. Okay. Now we're getting into the Aluminlite. This is the Aluminlite red over the Aluminlite and then Aluminlite over the red. This is the green. Pretty interesting effects on the green, even though I don't think the camera's picking that all up. I really liked how the violet and the blue Aluminlite work together. Again, very, very subtle patterns, but you can go both ways. Blue on blue is pretty. It's much prettier in person. And then what was most striking when I first put it in there was how much that gold and blue reacted. So this is a final look at your tile test of the interference, Bling It Interference gold, blue, violet, green, and red over the Stone Coat Black and over the Aluminlite blue. Hope you've enjoyed. So I just finished doing that big tile test, that 14 by 10 on the interferences. Now, don't get too excited by this. This is just a sample board, but I have been working on transparent tints. So like I said, don't get too excited. I'm working on a transparent tint that I can bring to you guys that is also eco-friendly like the regular resin art. Anyway, I'm going to lubricate this with some clear because we're covering this up. This was already resined, has been dry for a few days. Was so excited how that Aluminlite blue looked, and I have some left. I thought I could play with that. So the only thing we're really missing is a solid color. I have all these interferences still mixed up. I feel like I need at least one color. And since we've already got blue from the Aluminlite blue, I guess I am going to grab a purple. No surprise to anybody who knows me. I'll grab some purple sapphire just because I think it'll give us a nice little contrast to this blue. I'm going to add a scoop of the purple sapphire. These little scoops are 1/8 teaspoons. They're little taster spoons, like what you use to taste that. Baskin-Robbins would give you a taster spoon, and it holds exactly 1/8 of a teaspoon flat. So that way you can measure maybe half of a scoop, a third of a scoop, as that we're doing these color experiments. Okay, so now the purple sapphires, even though it's a red violet and a little bit deeper than, it's not as deep as this blue, but still kind of deep, I'm going to, am I going to lighten it? I think I am going to lighten it. I'm going to take some more interference violet. So I put about a half of a scoop in, and I'm going to put about a half of a scoop of the interference violet in. It's only going to bring it up a shade because this color is really, really bright. Now you got to stir it slowly when you're putting regular pure micas in. There's no conditioner in them because our micas are meant to go in acrylics or resins. So you will need to stir any of the interferences slowly. But that just gives me a slightly lighter value. I have no gold. I can't believe the last couple times I've done a piece with 0 gold in it. So I think I'll mix up just a wee skosh of some gold. Don't need much. Always just kind of drizzle that on top anyway. But I figured I might use this leftover resin. It's kind of cold here. I'm just going to make sure this is warm. Being that it's winter time, I kind of want to have my resin nice and warm, so purple sapphire like this. And I guess I'm going to do a thin stream, just because I have a lot of it made doesn't even mean I need to use it all. Wow, that's really dark in there. That's like almost black. And contrasting to that blue would be either the green or a red, but I'm going to put the interference green here, what I got left. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen here, but I have got to see these colors through and see what happens. I have more resin if I have to mix it more. I think I'll put just a tiny little thin stream of gold. I want another color in here, but I don't want to make it so busy because I got all these interferences in here. I still have some of that Stone Coat Black. I'm going to just put this right next to the Stone Coat Black, right next to this gold. And then kind of bring it all the way out so I can swipe that interference gold over the black and get those special effects. Okay. So over my sapphire, most complementary to that would be actually, believe it or not, the gold. It's a complete opposite on the wheel, yellow and violet. The cool part of using interferences with those kind of colors is you don't get mud when you're using mica colors. They're not going to dirty up the actual color, you know, the stuff that actually makes the paint purple isn't going to be affected. You'll just get an interesting effect. Some kind of color shifting will happen when that goes over the top. I think just for the fun of it, I'm also going to lay a vein of the interference violet. Would I lighten that with dead center in the middle of this blue? See what happens. I'm going to add a little bit more of the blue Aluminlite. And then this is the interference blue. These colors are so transparent, I'm hoping the yellow doesn't pop through from beneath. If it does, it does. I'm already seeing where it could. I think I need some more black here. This is more smoky gray than black. Okay, what do I have left? Oh, I've got some interference red, which may be very interesting to just kind of dribble in here. I'm going to put my Stone Coat Black, what I've got left over here on this edge. I need to use all the rest of this resin up. Yeah, I've been very envious of people having beautiful tints to work with, and I figured why not make my own. I'll be announcing them soon, but I want to let you guys know I'm always trying to work on something. Okay, let's add just a dazzle of the gold in here right next to this blue and violet. I'll save the rest of the gold for later. Not sure what's going to happen here. Totally just kind of an organic process. I'm probably going to heat and swipe, only because the swiping has been working very well with those interferences. Okay, so the center is right where that violet is. I'm going to see if I can't grab some violet. Pull it both ends. I'm kind of liking this little section right here where the gold and the green are mixing. I don't know if I really want to swipe that or just kind of encourage that. I'll swipe from here. Wow. All the rainbow effects from those interferences, that's amazing. Remember, the only colors on here is the blue and the sapphire and the black. All the other colors, all the reds and all these greens and everything, that's all your interferences popping like crazy. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. How can I get a close up of this? So, I'd like to repeat this on a real canvas now. I'm loving that blue. So, I swiped here, and I swiped here, and the rest of it I just kind of blew it down, and blew it over, and let it be. See if I want to add a tiny bit more. That's the only place I could see to really add that little spark of gold. Everything else looks like it belongs where it's at. So here's a close-up. Now remember, we only use two colors on here, actual colors, purple sapphire and that blue. All the other color that you see in there, this peachy red color right here, the green that's kind of mixing in here, the green that's popping through here, those are all your interferences. All the interferences, guys. They are so much fun. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye-bye. So here's a close-up. You can see all the beautiful sparkles. See all that beautiful pink and red? That's all your interference in there. The only actual colors, let's see if you can see that beautiful green sparkle in there, is the Aluminlite blue and the purple sapphire. All that green sparkle. Of course, there's a little bit of the golden diamond in there. There's that one little grain in there. But all those other colors, all those peaches and reds and light violets and green, it's all due to it. Oh my God, this lacing is just stunning. This piece turned out really, really pretty. And it was just an experiment of what happens if I dump all the interferences on the canvas with the Aluminlite blue and the leftover stone coat black and some of that purple sapphire. God, I really love how that interference red is looking there. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Thank you, sir, very much for your time. Bye.